It was at this moment that he knew.
He bucked up. Welcome. You're listening to Bucked Up with Sam Buck.
Welcome, Trillmatic, to the Bucked Up podcast. I mean, you were just sitting on the couch waiting. It was like a fucking waiting room at the doctor's office. But now it's your time to get checked up on.
Yeah, it was good, man. It was good.
What's going on? It's funny. Not many people I can say that the first time we really hung out, we tripped.
Yeah,
but we did, and it worked out.
I don't even really trip, man. Like I don't do like mushrooms. I haven't done it in 20 years. Figured like why not, man? Like P-Town seemed like it was the right atmosphere to do it in.
It was perfect. Remember that
perfect.
Fox?
Yeah, and then
Dude,
the fox just came up and just chilled like 2 feet within us.
For real, we're tripping on the porch, just smoking, and this fox walks up and literally gets so close to us and is just staring at us.
Just lays down like it's
we
cool,
tried to get shout out producer me. We tried to get him to pet it. No, were you gonna pet it? No, we were trying to get him to pet this fox, but he didn't do it. But that fox knew what was up. Mm-hmm. But it was crazy that you guys were up in P-Town, just creating music. That's not a place for music. Like there's not a lot of rap music. There's not a lot of rap music.
I didn't even know about all that before. Before I know there was a lot of artists, and then I found out about what happens there during like summertime. But like we were there during wintertime, so like we didn't see any of the craziness. But,
no, you took over a hotel.
Yeah, like
who was there? Who was staying there the whole time? How long were you there first?
Like probably at least like 3 months, man.
Yeah, you guys were there a long ass time. It was you.
Yeah, me, Fucks, Sound Lord, and then we had some artists that came out. It was the G4 and Kid Ali at first, and then we had
Bangs
G4 and Bangs come back that too, yeah. Yeah. But G4 came back twice.
Oh wow!
Knocked out 2 major projects.
Regressions.
I think he recorded 40 tracks like in total.
That's crazy.
Like not counting the Lormont projects.
You were there for 3 months though, just at that hotel. How you guys knew each other a long ass time though? You and me, folks.
Yeah, over 20 years, man.
How'd you guys meet?
We went to international high school back in Moscow.
You're originally from Russia, right?
Yeah, I'm from Russia, but like I was born in Far East Russia, like Sakhalin Island over there by Japan, by Korea.
Oh, really?
Shaped as a fish, yeah, like right underneath Kamchatka Islands. So, but I was raised in Vietnam since I was about 9, and then but when I was about 15, I moved to Moscow. Started going to that. My mother remarried. And my stepfather, he got transferred from Sakhalin Island to Moscow. So I started going since he was an American, I started going to international high school. And that's how I met D. I call him D. Me fucks. D for Dustin.
D. And you met him there?
Yeah.
How old were you?
My first day of school, I think I was 15. So I'm 36 now. So
really? First day of school? Did you guys hit it off right away?
Yeah, pretty much actually. Right after school, we went to kick it at his crib, and we've been kicking it literally every single day after since we met. Like literally every single day. Started getting into recording, making the beats shit together, recording together, fucking doing covers of some certain tracks and shit. Yeah.
Is that weird to look back at like you meeting him first day of when you're 15? And now,
it's like a brother to me, man.
Look at where you guys are now.
Yeah, it's dope. Yeah, it's dope because like when I turned 18, like I had to pretty much get out of Russia, move to the States, and that was right.
Any reason?
Just really, man, because like when you turn 18 in Russia, you gotta do 2 years in the army. That's mandatory. I wasn't trying to do that, and I was, and also at the same time, my stepfather, he got transferred from Moscow to Houston. So, but they put a hold on green cards, and on all kinds of visas because that was right after 9/11. It's like early 2000s. But luckily, like 2 weeks after I got my draft card that I got to go to Army, like I got my green card in the mail. So I was out and I moved to Houston in 2003.
Do you move there with you?
Now, Meef was still in Moscow. Like his parents worked there. He's originally from Kansas, but his parents did some work in Russia, so that's why he was there. And yeah, he stayed there for another year, I think. And then like a year or two later, we reunited. Actually, like when I was 21, I got shot in Houston, and when I was about 22, when I got back on my feet, I moved to Kansas for a year. Me and D did another track. Just tried, I don't know, rapping just for fun.
I heard you rap. You were rapping on. I heard you rapping on Regression.
Appreciate it, man. But yeah, so yeah, Kansas wasn't my thing. I was just trying to start.
What
brand new
happened when you were
everything.
21? I remember the first day we met. You showed me your leg.
Oh yeah, I had the X-ray of that.
Yeah, that's you couldn't walk. I mean, you couldn't walk for a year.
Yeah, about a year on bed rest because I got hit with a 40 cal hollow point in my femur. So I had 2 metal plates. Just got them removed about a year ago.
Does that still fuck you up, like walking?
No,
and
I
shit?
think it's finally good. I just realized that I completely forgot about it. I can actually like somewhat run now because before that I had 3 surgeries worth of screws. So a lot of them were just in my kneecap, just all the way through. So like my whole femur, my whole weight of my whole body would go and bounce against those screws if I was trying to run. So now that it's not there anymore, it's a lot better.
Can you talk about it? Like what happened?
Really just wrong place, wrong time, man. And it happened on Christmas.
On Christmas,
And
shit.
just the colors we were wearing, we were draped up in red.
Yeah.
Just didn't resonate with some other cats that were in the bar. We were playing pool with my people, and I don't know. We forgot about them. There was a little instigation inside when we left. I just did like a little drive-by through the parking lot as we were walking to the car. Like the first bullet went right by my head, hit the brake light of an SUV I was walking by. And by the time I heard the second, third one, I was on the ground. So my homie just picked me up, stuffed me in the back seat, and took me to the hospital. My leg was just dangling, man. But I don't feel nothing. Like I guess.
Did you think you weren't gonna be able to walk?
I don't know, man. Like I was more like also worried. I know. I told my boys like, yo, tell my mother like what happened as he dropped me off, and like the first thing he says is like, yo, he just got shot. I'm like, yo, don't start off the conversation with that. Don't
That's
say
where our
like
days
that,
go.
bro. Like,
Yeah.
it's not. That's like the last thing you're supposed to do. But yeah, man. The first surgery that they ended up making my leg ended up after I showed up after 3 months of bed rest, and my leg ended up being shorter by like a whole fucking inch.
Really?
So I had another surgery. Yeah, 3 more months on bed rest.
Do you have to wear like
And-
special shoes for that?
No, that's why I had the second surgery right
Oh,
away.
okay.
Yeah, and they put another plate in, and they somehow bent the plate 3 months later. So I had a third surgery. So the third time they put 2 plates. So just to kind of support each other. And I had that for the last 15 years or so.
When you were
Got it removed
21.
last year.
And then what happened at 22 afterwards? Like when you
At
got
22,
out,
that's when I decided to get out of Houston, move to Kansas City.
in Kansas, you said wasn't for
Kansas City, I was working for like a little bank. And that was the IndyMac Bank, matter of fact. And that's when the whole like housing crisis happened, and they went to turn the federal bank. And me as a temp to permanent employee, I got laid off first, and then I had to find like a job at like a glass factory.
Were you making music at this time at all?
D and I were making beats on the side, but we weren't doing anything. It was just for fun. Like we're just rapping for fun, just like recording the tracks.
How old were you
Nothing.
when you started taking it like seriously?
Probably like after I lived in Kansas for a year. Like I went back to Vietnam for a year while I was in bed rest recovering from the brain surgery. So I got like a little associates.
Are you like a citizen of Vietnam?
No. I got a green card. I'm a citizen of Russia, but
You went back there to rest.
I went there to see. I got my associates, and I figured I'd check myself. I had some connections in the oil field. I would see how it goes. I didn't like it. Celebrated my 25th birthday there. Came back, moved to Arizona this time. Started brand new. Got my bachelor's at Arizona State, and then that's when I had a brain surgery, like my senior or my junior year. I had a brain surgery.
Why'd you have to have brain surgery?
I had a knot of blood vessels, like the size of a golf ball, and sat in the middle of my brain. Like, and in order to get to it, like the doctors had to cut through healthy brain. So that should fuck with my vision on the left side a little bit.
Still?
Yeah.
Damn.
But I mean, that's like the best outcome I could have hoped for. I mean, like,
Yeah,
I've
that's
seen people
some
after this type of surgery who are in a lot worse shape. So I'm just.
How old
not
were you
gonna
when you
be
had
here.
that surgery?
That's when I was about 26, probably.
Was it just
27.
random? Is it just random?
Nah, we'll see. Like when I was about 21, when I was had another attempt to go to college at one point. I got jumped at this frat party, and the doctor said the ambulance told me that I have a tumor. So like, damn. So I went and get a second opinion, and then the doctor said it's not a tumor, but it's like this AVM. That's what it's called, arteriovenous malformation. So pretty much they said we don't know if you had it your whole life. So if it doesn't bother you, like why touch it? Let's just see if it grows or anything. So I've been doing that and completely forgot about it. It hasn't been bothering me. And then one night, I just woke up feeling like somebody's just drilling through my temples. So I was looking enough. There was people to take me to the ambulance that time. Since I already knew that was a pre-existing condition, that's the first thing they looked at, and they saw that it was indeed a hemorrhage. And I had two options: either the gamma knife, which would be just mad radiation, and since it was so big, it would have to be a lot of different sessions with a lot of time in between because of how big of a stress on the organism it is. And this entire time, I'm at risk of having another stroke, but this time, another hemorrhage, but this time it's not being as little as the first one. Mm-hmm. So decided just to go ahead and get a cut out. So they just went in like with little holes through my inner thigh all the way to my brain, filled it up with like super glue-like substance. It's called the embolization process. And then they went in and pretty much like saw it through my skull and cut it out once it's thickened out. But they also punctured my central artery during the surgery, during the embolization process. So I woke up in the process of it thickening up when I was supposed to be under. And also since all the fluids that were pumping into it wasn't going to my bloodstream, I woke up with my left arm completely paralyzed. But yeah.
How long was it paralyzed for?
About a year. So by the
Did
time
you think you weren't gonna ever get it back?
No, I was slowly getting the feeling back in my hand. It was just
You've been like close to death.
yeah, no, I'm
Multiple
a lot. Yeah, that's just a few of them. I'm planning on writing a book called "Still Here," man. I got a lot of those.
You're like a cat with the 9 lives.
Yeah, man, but it's been
That's
the
crazy.
nine is over, man.
So then you had that happen at, you said 26?
Yeah, about 26 probably. Yeah, and about 27 is
And how old, what year was that?
I don't know, man, like 2000s.
Yeah. So then, when were you doing music? You had to take music off, of course. When you
Around
were
that
doing
time,
shit.
that's actually recovering from the brain surgery. That's what got me thinking. I had too many close ones, man, and that's what got me. That's how I thought of the name Trillmatic. Got it registered a trademark and started
How'd you
doing it as
think
a
of it?
brand. Just I was musically I was I moved right to Houston, and some of my people were from Houston. Like some of the people I hung
Did
out
you
with back
used
in
to do
Russia.
like the Houston style?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I used to
trill?
be a screwhead, man. Yeah, I used to have all the screw tapes, like the actual tapes. Like I went all out with them. That's when it comes to collecting, like all kinds of screw
You're a
tapes.
real collector. You have like when I was in P Town, you had a mountain of Griselda merch that if you went on eBay, you could probably sell for $1 million.
Yeah, man. That's all my fire. This is my whole collection summed up, man. Yeah,
But you've
it's-
always been a collector.
yeah, it's always one thing or another, man. It's like I go to extremes with things because I'm passionate about a lot of different shit that got to do with art, man. You know what I mean?
So then, when did you move? So you registered Trillmatic. You're like, I'm gonna take this seriously.
I decided to do a anthem for the brand, and at the time I was talking to Kyle Itachi, that was a homie. I was listening to Rusty Jux a lot. That's what around the time the Fly Guy came out, I think. And then Kyle said he knows how to get in touch with Conway. So I figured I would put my favorite rappers at the time and put them on this track and call it Trillmatic Anthem. And those people were Conway, Rex, Sky Zoo, Rusty Jux, and I think I'm forgetting somebody on Terminology.
Terminology. Shout out Terminology.
Yeah, that was a Kyle beat. So that was the first attempt, and I kind of like just the whole idea of putting tracks together, just picking the beat and having your favorite artist jump on the shit. It's just like because I always wanted to create or be a part of creating hip hop in one way or another, but. Like that's why I used to try to spit in Russian, but now that I'm out here, like I don't really have a
You're
market.
still spitting
you know
in
what I mean?
Russian. You are in a song.
I'm thinking I might just do it
Can
just
you
for
check my
fun.
vocals real quick? It just sounds a little off. Sorry. No, but you're still spitting. You were spitting on a track in Russian, and it was all under young. What was it? No, Trill. Lord Trill. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Lord Mob name. Yeah. No, I might still do a couple tracks. I'm actually thinking about linking up with some artists from Russia right now.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. That sounds perfect. Thank you. Who had like you're still in the Russian rap scene? Like you're still.
Well, I got a lot of homies that are in the scene, and yeah.
So
Like Smokey Moore, Page Blue, 5P, like a lot of people that played a big role in just building hip hop culture just from ground up. You know what I mean? Like people that are like equivalent to Russian Nas status type thing. Yeah.
it doesn't.
And I just want to kind of find that bridge, find just the Russian sound and Western sound.
Is like Lord Mob or Griselda? Is that big over there?
No, it's huge. It's huge over there. They actually listen to all of the old fan of Lord Mob, fans of Lord Mob,
That's fucking dope.
fans of Zaza God, Ito, Flea. I mean, everybody we got on the label, man. G4.
When did you
TF.
make the Trillmatic anthem?
I'm not sure, man. It was some time ago. That was a couple of years before OG, the first OG came out.
Shout out Organized Grime. That was a
Yeah,
great
appreciate
album.
it. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Was
that's-
that your first like major album release?
Yeah, that's the first one that got me after the success of the Trillmatic Anthem, or like the feeling of accomplishment from that. Plus, I actually wasn't as satisfied with the version that came out when it came to the beat. That's why I wanted to remix it. So that was the idea that I had that kept me, thinking in that direction of like, still staying in the game. And then when me Fox and I reunited, and I finished, I got my entrepreneurship degree at ASU, and me Fox was like, yo, I got a opportunity for you in Boston. So I came to Boston. We did some work in another field, but like I convinced him to kind of get back into music because he didn't realize how good of a producer he was.
Yeah,
And
he said he didn't do music at all. And that was the first beat that you convinced him to do was Draco, right?
No, well, he did some beats, like the most dominant one with the Rusty Jukes. That one, that's a beat he made like probably at least 15 years ago when his grandfather died. It's like a dedication to him called "Ode to Harvey" originally. But we reused it, like another beat that we all rapped on for the first time, or one of the first times ever. Like I had Master Ace get on that and rap on that, like a solo on the compilation album I'm getting to drop.
How did you get into the rap? How did you get into like the rap, like meeting rappers and getting into the rap scene, like serious, like?
Well, really, it was just being in the merch game, man. Like.
Being a collector,
being a collector,
because you're a serious collector,
hip hop head.
Yeah.
I was always even before I even got into collecting, like I would always I kind of would trade. The truth was the same first year. I moved to the States. You know what I mean? I was always for some reason find a way to write to the artist. That was in my CD player, just having him in my kind of phone number. I like building with artists and. Like having the Trillmatic brand, that was a dope idea for me to kind of market my brand just by having the artists rock the shit in their videos.
Yeah.
And
were you always into like designing and art, like the clothing design?
Yeah. And at one point, I even took a class. It was called Streetwear Master that Virgil Abloh he put together, and he did this little seminar where he put up entrepreneurs. Like designer brand owners, designers, and just mentors to. He took a list of brands that he handpicked, probably 100 brands. I don't want to lie, I don't remember the exact numbers, but out of over 2,000, maybe 25,000 submissions, I don't know exactly what was the range. But he picked the final number of brands. Trillmatic was one of them, and for like 6 months. That was a lot of knowledgeable material that I've learned from that. When it's not just making just tees and hats, but when it comes to like cutting and sewing game, like what do the factories, the manufacturers expect from you in what format, like what are they supposed to look like for it to be just the whole process of building the garment.
That's a big thing for him to pick your brand, though.
Yeah. That's so and like I said, going at the same time recovering from a brain surgery, like that was kind of the push I needed at the time. That's what got me.
Had you given up
everything.
after the brain surgery? Like, were you in a low place?
Well, I was in a place, man, where there was just one thing after another, man, and like after the brain surgery, like in the process. Since they paralyzed my left arm and from the nerve damage, they put me on like methadone as a nerve painkiller. And coming off that was a bitch, man, because they had me on that for like half a year.
And that shit's so addictive too.
Same when I got shot, man. They put me on that for 9 months, and I had like nothing.
In America, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't.
In Russia, they don't prescribe opiates.
No, because they just give them out. They're not thinking that it only takes 3 days of a opiate to get addicted to it.
Yeah, hell yeah. When you take it for 3 months, I mean for 9 months straight, man. But I had no idea what withdrawals were. I just stopped taking them, and I just went through the worst fucking withdrawals ever, man.
How long did the withdrawals last you for?
I don't remember, man. That was like 15 years ago, but like
a long time.
The very first time, it was probably like 3-4 days where I actually like felt it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when it comes to methadone, man, coming up, that shit was a lot stronger, man, because it was I was taking this shit for a longer period of time because it takes a long time for nerves to kind of rebuild themselves, and I had nerve damage all the way from my shoulder to my fingertips. So
shit.
Yeah.
And you were just designing? Just you're right-handed. Are you?
Yeah, I'm right-handed. Luckily, man. Yeah.
And you were just designing during that time? Like during the recovery time?
I was doing all kinds of stuff. Yeah, mostly designing. Also working just on like I'm a one man team. So I was handling all the emails. Still am, like when it comes to Trillmatic. So it's just a lot of also considering that I was still in my final year of college that time. I was also a stepfather to 5 children at that time, man. With the
Shit.
with the youngest one going through terrible twos, man. So
Damn.
it was a difficult time, man. Like,
And then you got
ruined,
picked.
man.
You got
Yeah.
picked.
Well, not that it like helped me financially in any way, but it was.
No, but it gives you a
definitely-
drive.
It definitely, it definitely gave me the second wind. You know what I mean?
And when did you get into Griselda collecting? Because you have like every piece.
Just I don't even know, man. I don't remember what the first vinyl that I bought was, man. But at this point, I got them all, man. I think I'm missing 2 or 3. I think.
Which ones are you missing?
I'm missing the real Hitler 3, because the Hitler 3 that I got, that's how I found out there's people that actually bootleg vinyls and that are getting the bootleg copy.
Yeah.
And they'll point it out. And actually, for those who don't know, the real authentic dope vinyls, they come with the etching on them. So that's right now, that's Reject 2 bootleg vinyls, and people posting them like, yo, I got this white
Aren't they doing
Reject
the
vinyl, and
the,
it's not the legit shit. It's motherfucker just bootleg and bootleg the whole patch.
They're doing a re-release of Reject 2 now, aren't they?
Is that what it is?
I think they're well. They like maybe
I think
like
it's the bootlegs one.
no. I think like in a week or two.
Oh yeah,
They might be doing it, but yeah, no. The
Yeah,
bootleg
right now
shit
the
is
bootleg
crazy.
shit around,
Have
yeah.
you been up to Buffalo Kids, the store yet?
Nah, not yet, man. But what's
I heard some guy.
1,000 words, man. He hooked it up, and he got me a pair of Fly Guards out of them.
I was there and I didn't even get the shoe.
Yeah,
I was
he
fucking
looked
there.
out for me, man. He
I
looked
waited
out for
10
me.
hours in line. 10 hours.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
I
heard it was the crazy.
It was
crazy
awesome
night,
though.
man.
It was a really awesome time, and I got to just see cool people, meet cool people, and get to like people I've talked to but not in person, and then go to the store. But I heard someone who was selling bootleg merch wasn't like they
Right
knew, and they wouldn't allow him in the store, and they
awesome,
made
man.
like a scene of him and like kicked him out and shit because they knew who the kid was. And I think that shit is so funny because people want to do the bootleg Griselda merch.
I wonder who it is.
I forget. I don't know the name. You could probably find it, but
That's crazy. But when you go on eBay, man, just like they bootlegging the vinyls, man, they bootlegging the T-shirts, and it's obviously bootlegging. People still buy the shit.
is it weird how big it is now? Because you were. I mean,
I always looked at it as an investment either way, so I kind of feel good about it.
Yeah, that's true. Because you're a collector, so you're like always seeing what's gonna. And this was a good one to pick. The first shirt I ever got, I actually remember, was the Supreme Blientel black T-shirt with the red Griselda 187 on the back. Just the.
Yeah. The first one I got, I think, was the Hitler Wears Hermes too, and Don't Get Scared Now. Those two in the bundle.
They create like Seppington and West Side Gun created a crazy thing with that art trend.
Hell yeah. But yeah, we got a lot of merch with Lord Mob too, man, because Seppington and Lord Mob did a Ramel Z project.
That's
man.
a crazy album.
Yeah.
That's a crazy album.
Yeah.
Especially because he put out 12 projects in a year. And then to drop that right after is like...
No, that was fire, man. 'Cause
Yeah.
I had the honor to actually go with Fleet to Miami when they shot the videos. So I have a lot of
really?
backstage footage. It was just dope, building with Muggs. Crime Apple was there. DJ Brown 13. Bobby. I mean, it's a lot of... It's a good time out there, man.
Well,
Black
then-
Photo. A lot of good people, man.
How did Organized Crime get together? That was 2018, right?
Oh yeah.
Because that was
19,
your. Do
18.
you have other albums out, or is that your only one?
No, that's the only one out, man. I have 4 that are pretty much ready to go.
Ready-
in the stash.
Yeah?
The next one is dropping really soon. It's one of the Rusty Jokes with also Conway, Vic Spencer, and Sky Zoo, Planet Asia, Recognize Ali.
When's that
Recognize That's on there.
dropping?
That's dropping next, and then
When's that dropping? Do you have a date yet, or just you're waiting for
I'm
the
actually
right
I'm
time?
actually waiting for the final mixing and mastering stages. Just
Yeah.
to find out how long it's gonna take because I have it in a lot of different pieces.
Yeah, so you got 4. That's one of them.
Yeah, the second one is the OG2.
OG2.
Yeah, and right now it's about 40 minutes long, so it's already 2 times longer than the first one. But I wanted to make it when, like, with the intro, intermission, and the outro. I think it's 11 or 12 tracks right now.
That's awesome. Because
But
the
I
first
wanna
one
make
is
it
what,
bigger.
7?
Yeah, 6 or 7, man. Because I think it includes an instrumental, so it throws me off sometimes. So I think it's 6 or 7.
But OG2, 11 tracks. That's crazy. You showed me the cover art for it, and that's dope as shit.
Yeah,
That's really dope. It's for it's the same artist who
same
did the
artist,
original.
Yes, the same artist, Midas covers. Yeah, that's my homie from Moscow. He does Smokey Mo's covers, and that's actually one of the things that I'm still trying to work on. I'm still trying to get kind of one of the Smokey Mo beats. Smokey Mo is the guy I told you about in Russia, who's pretty much the Russian Nas. His album called
You were
Karate.
playing me some of his music when we were in P-Down.
Yeah.
He's real good. And he produces his own shit,
Yeah,
too.
it's
Yeah.
crazy videos. Yep, yeah, that's him.
So do you have any features on OG2?
Feature wise, we got.
Because there's
yeah,
no
we got-
features on the first one, right?
Yeah, we got Zaza go out on the
Shout
first
out
one.
Zaza.
Yeah, we got Zaza.
Listen to the last episode of Bucked Up featuring Zaza. He's over there on the couch.
Yeah.
You got Zaza on it?
Yeah, that's my guy, man. We got Zaza on there. We got Benny the Butcher. We got Fleet Lord, obviously. Got on a couple of tracks, I think, too, man.
And this is
We're
going to be
still in final stages of wrapping it up.
and that's going to be
Those
under
are the people.
under Lord Mob.
No, this one was on Trillmatic.
Oh, it's going to be under Trillmatic.
Yeah, just like the first one.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's 2 crazy albums because you
Yeah,
said
the
you
third
got
one is the compilation album, and the Trillmatic compilation. Who so far I have I have Flea, Zaza, Conway, Vic Spencer, Master Ace, Riggs, Mooch, Akil Ali.
And who are producing
Shady
all?
Lady.
What producers do you have on these projects?
I have Beat Miners, Snow Goons, Apollo Brown, of course, Me Fucks. The beat Sunlord and I made, I think I want to use on there too, on one of the beats.
Are you getting into production and shit?
Ford, huh?
Are you getting more into production? Like
Yeah. I'm gonna get in the Boogie. Well, Boogie is gonna be doing cuts on pretty much every project, man. Boogie is my guy, man. Shout out to Boogie
Shout out,
all
Boogie.
day. Yeah, so she's gonna be doing cuts on every project. But I got DJ Deadeye also on one of the projects on the Rusty Jokes joints. He did cuts on one of the joints on The Most Dominant. It's the video is out now.
Check that
Rusty
out.
Jokes and Trillmatic, The Most Dominant.
And then what's number 4?
Number 4, I got a few that I can piece together, but I don't want to announce this one yet.
All right, yeah, you got to keep. You just announced it. You got to keep it in the
tuck, man.
Yeah, of course, you gotta. Are you doing any Are you working on merch and shit now?
Yeah, man, I'm gonna start going heavy on the merch this time, man, because especially when it comes to the OG, I'm gonna start doing art prints because the art itself, like, it's just so detailed, man. That
It's crazy. It's amazing.
I feel like
Do
it's
you want to
one of those
explain the
approach.
concept? Because the first album, the album cover is. Can you pull up at all the first album cover to Organized Grime with a G? because it's so detailed too.
Yeah, the dude is mad talented and very versatile. I think he got picked up by Floyd Mayweather, man. I think he does all their merch now too from now on.
That's dope. And then he did.
And he's working for top
Yeah,
entertainment label in Russia as well.
and he did the second one.
And he does Smokey Mo's covers too. Yeah, he did the second one as well. Yeah. Yeah, so the first one is like the first person view.
Yeah,
Of a person.
with the gun and the chain.
Yeah, well, you can see the reflection of the eyes in the pistol. You see the joint of the blunt in the left hand, chains hanging off the neck, bag of dope money. It's organized crime, man.
It's a dope ass
All
cover.
the details, yeah.
And
The
then
second one is the opposite. I don't know if I got it up there on anything, but if it's up on the internet in good quality. But the second one is the opposite. It's the person getting pretty much like mugged, throwing up the drink, kind of in the face with a strap.
That's fucking awesome. But you're getting. You said you're doing heavy on the merch. You're gonna do prints of that shit. You're gonna be, because merch is something that's getting like
pins. Like oh, here you go. They found They found
dope. That's such a great
it.
Yeah. That art is amazing.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's the final version, but I'm playing around with the text a little bit. But
Yeah.
Plus, I'm gonna be doing some T-shirts. I got some designs just for the merch. So I'm gonna do some tees, some jackets, probably some pins, definitely some hats, a little bit of everything, man. I'm gonna do this one right.
And vinyls.
Of course, the picture vinyls, the Russian OBs. I'm doing Russian OBIs now, OBI strips. So
is vinyl that's your favorite thing?
Yeah. I like cassette tapes too. So this one's gonna come on the cassette tapes. Plus, since I have
what's up with
history
cassette tapes?
I'm gonna make screwed and chopped versions, small runs of screwed and chopped versions.
Are you gonna do it yourself?
No. We got DJ Red, the original. He's a resident DJ at Screwed Up Records and Tapes in Houston, Texas. That's DJ Screws original shop.
That's really dope.
Yeah, he's the homie. Shout out DJ Red. Yeah, that's the homie. He's been doing all the chopping.
It's getting more popular now. Like it's coming back into music.
Yeah.
Like the chopping. What is? This is such a weird thing, but are you allowed to say chopped and screwed if it's not DJs? Chopped and slopped.
Slow and chopped.
Yeah.
That's how I say it. Since if
what's up with cassettes?
The screw ain't do it, then
it
ain't screwed. Yeah.
What's up with cassettes? That's coming back now, and that's something. Because is the quality? Is it just because it's cool?
I don't think that got anything to do with it. It's like a lot of my vinyls and cassettes, man. They still in plastic. It's like the whole you have a piece of hip hop history that's hand numbered. A certain amount of people have that thing, and that's what sells, man. And that's what's cool about it, man. It's because it holds a certain value. It's just like the same idea that the Wu-Tang album that went to that shithead.
Martin Shkreli, yeah. He paid so much for that.
Yeah,
it could only
or some shit. Yeah. I ended up fucking at the feds.
Isn't that what Everybody Is Food 2 was supposed to be? It was like a limited release, but then Conway started getting bigger and they put it on. Maybe it was Everyone Is Food 1.
Yeah, Everybody Food 2 actually has a track that was supposed to go on OG.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Cocaine Paid was supposed to go on Organized Crime, but the story behind this, it was a Me Fucks beat. We wanted to hear Conway on something different, and it was a trap beat. So I sent it to Conway, and his reaction was shaking my head. He's writing me in a DM talking about, how you gonna send me a trap beat? Really? You know what I mean? And the next day, he hit me up saying, "Yo, you gotta hear this, man. I got some fucking heat." That was Cocaine Paid, man. He had some heat.
That's because that was one of his Because he wasn't doing trap that much. Because that was before 50 round
he
drum,
was still in the
right?
reject. He's
Yeah.
still in the reject bag. Yeah.
Hey, did you listen to La Machina yet?
No, I haven't heard that yet.
It's
man.
very trappy. I like it, but it's very trappy.
Yeah, from what I saw, based on the like drum work Instagram, and his Instagram is it's moving in a different direction, but at the same time, like a lot of the music we got coming from Lord Mob was also very, very unique, man.
I love
But it's
that.
not
Yeah.
even trappy. It's like it's something else, man. Like I can't wait for y'all to hear the Zaza God, the Most High, man, because it's a perfect example of bridging the gap of like the boom bap, like the lyrics, the picture telling, like the message. You know what I mean? The knowledge behind the bars versus with the sound that the young heads jam today. You know what I mean? And plus, there's somebody from every group can relate to. You know what I mean? It's just a really, really dope album, man.
That's something really great with Lord Mob is really no matter what you like, you're going to like one of the artists, and then those artists can show you that other artists can collab well with them. You know, you you picked a great, but you've always been with me from the beginning. So like that's when you came into Lord Mob.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't even really know that this lane of hip hop existed at first. Like I introduced him to Conway, and he did a track for Draco and PTSD. Also a lot of some top tracks from the album.
Yeah.
And then eventually we just ended up backstage at a Conway show in Boston, and that's how he met Fleet without even realizing it was Fleet. And I literally
At the
before
Freddie
the
Gibbs
show, yep.
I was at that show, yeah.
Literally before the show, I played the Rock America to him, and he was fucking with it. Like he liked Rock America, he liked Ito's flow, he liked Fleet's flow, and it was just crazy that they ended up being partners eventually and started Lord Mob.
It's weird how shit like that happens.
Yeah, it's all about like I don't know, man. The way universe works, the way I believe it, man, it just puts all the right people in your life in the right time, and it's up to you to which direction you're gonna go with it. You know what I mean? Like I believe in karma type shit.
But you've also been through a lot, like you were all the medical shit, everything that happened. Like you've been through a lot to still have that mindset.
Yeah.
I mean, how well you're here and you're part of something that is real, like offering the world something that's real.
Yeah, man. I feel like I paid my dues, man. I feel like a lot of rappers on the album. That's why we all understand each other, man. It's because we all survivors, man. We all been through a lot of shit. You know what I mean? So we just, trying to not just keep surviving anymore, but trying to live. You know what I mean? So we just help each other, motivate each other to do better, do their best shit, be their best self.
And work hard, like you guys all work so hard.
Whoa, work out over everything, man.
Work over everything. That's true.
Yeah.
It's you guys put out so much. You said you have 4 albums coming, and when I was talking to G4, he says he's sitting on like 12 albums.
Yeah,
and
Fleet, look at Fleet. Look, Fleet knocked out an album every month, bro, and it was with a legendary producer. And Fleet is a really hard guy to please when it comes to picking beats, man. So, cause his beat selection is impeccable, man. So,
yeah,
having that and having completed this many projects that are all legendary status and not just quantity. It's still quality. You know?
Such quality. Yeah,
it's
his last 2 projects were with what Havoc and DJ Muggs.
Yeah, the Muggs.
Which is like 2 of the most
was,
legendary producers ever, and he was able to,
Yeah, very different sound, man. They knocked it out quick from what I remember, man.
Yeah. Well, that's the crazy thing about P-Town is you guys were in P-Town making so much fucking music.
Yeah. We're definitely set. Like the next actually project that's dropping in May is Bang's project.
You were showing me
I
Bangs
guess it
first
is.
when I was in P-Town. She's a killer.
Yeah, she's crazy. She can sing, she can spit. She got very charismatic, man.
Out of Rochester?
Yeah, she out of Rochester. I think she's staying in New York right now, in Brooklyn. But she out of Rochester. Yep.
She's so good. You were
I think she's done. She's worked with the Cloth, with Mooch, so with those guys. But she's with them all.
you have a good what was the first like grimy Griselda-esque song like project that you heard? Like what made you get on the train of like like the grimy?
For me, just that specifically getting into that niche, that market, that was probably the Cow, either the Cow or Thousand Corpses by Conway, one of the two. Man.
Yeah.
Like either Conway's verse on the Cow or Thousand Corpses.
That real, that storytelling, real shit.
Cause I was always jamming Trey the Truth, and now actually me, Fox, and Trey are actually in the middle of possibly recording a project together, a whole
Really?
album. Yeah.
Trey's such a great rapper.
Yeah, and I've been jamming him since like early 2000s, since I moved to Houston, man. Like I don't know if he remembers me, but I actually used to talk to his older brother, man, who was doing a double life sentence in the pen out there in Texas, Dinky.
Really?
Free Dinky, yeah. Free King Dinky, yeah. And he just told me a lot of insight how Trey, how they came up, man. So I know how Trey runs shit. That's why he the real hometown hero. He even has a album called that, man. Trey, everybody in the hood respects Trey. That's the only rapper, the first one I know,
and he
to have his own holiday, Trey Day.
He puts on so many other artists. I've found so many artists just by features from Trey tracks.
Yeah,
that's how I found Money Man.
Gang, man. That's all by nature, man.
Who else were you Who else from Houston were you like? Who were you listening to?
Zero, who's actually his cousin.
I didn't know they were.
Zero the Crooked.
Zero's a great, yeah. He has. Oh, I have to look it up because there's one track that.
Before this, Scarface. K. Reno, man, he's the most underrated lyricism of all times, man. K. Reno, he originated South Park, the founder of South Park Coalition, where Zero, Trey, and everybody, Street Military, Little Flea, K.B. the Kidnapper.
Devil Last City is that
Terrorist.
song that I love by Zero.
Devil Last City. You got a lot to keep up with, man.
Yeah, Houston. How do you feel about like the new school of Houston?
There's a few cats that I fuck with still, like GT Garza, Propane, Sauce Walker.
Sauce Walker is one of. He just released 4 albums in like a month. He's one of my. I love Sauce Walker. He's really one of my favorites. Like I have certain weird. Like I love Mozzie out of Sacramento a lot. But I love Sauce Walker. If people should check out all his new albums. He has 4. King of Texas, Hawks Eat Snakes, R&B Walker. I really like Sauce Walker a lot.
Yeah. Also check out Propane, man. Like what Sauce Walker, I think I actually got some of his work on vinyl, man, because I think it's one of the Houston artists that actually puts out vinyls.
How you feel about Riff Raff?
Riff Raff? I know Riff Raff personally, man. Like I met him.
I fuck with Riff. I actually do fuck with Riff Raff's music sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know if the number I have for him still works, man. But yeah, he's a cool cat, man. I mean, he's authentic, and if you can play off, get paid off, just and being himself and just fucking around the whole time, and why not, man? I respect the hustle.
I respect the hustle. Genius, I actually really like his, and I feel like I can admit saying I like his music because of everything else that I listen to.
Yeah,
like
there's the type of freestyle that he does. It still takes some type of skill and takes some kind of originality, man. So,
yeah,
and it's still
But of course,
I guess
he is
that's respected
that
'cause
people do clown him, and it's like there's always going to be.
I'm not
those
gonna
artists.
put him in a fucking in like a Hall of Fame of the
Yeah.
greatest MCs type shit. But
Who do you?
I
Who are
respect
your
those,
greatest
man.
MCs? I know that's a tough question,
Nah,
but
for me,
like,
that's a really hard one to pick because I like so many different music from so. Because my MCs are Russian MCs too, so there's lists for Russia, there's lists for the U.S.
how about U.S.?
Shit.
None of them can be from Lord Mob,
Mm.
because I know those are you're going to be your artists.
Yeah, that's actually without even trying to promote or being biased, man. But some of my top artists.
Shout out
are from
Zaza
Lord
God.
Mob. Yeah,
He's rolling up over there.
yeah. Ito too, man.
You know, shout out Vic Spencer.
Yeah, definitely Vic, fucking Chi-Town's finest. Who else? Khan, man, I gotta give it to Khan.
Yeah,
I gotta give it to Flea, man. Especially when working with that's Lord Mob too. Shit, I'm trying to think about outside Lord Mob. They dead or alive?
you can give him dead or alive.
Guru,
Okay.
one of them. Probably Pac. Definitely Pac. Scarface up there. And either Bun B or Pimp C, unless I can just put like UGK, both of them
yeah.
in there. It depends, man. Nas, of course.
Yeah,
It's a lot, man. There's just too many. That's why I don't like.
it's a tough question. I know
I don't like putting everybody in a
because
certain
they're all different
order
styles.
or-
Yeah,
everybody's for a different type of mood you're in. Because for me, music is huge. There's a lot to do with the mood and the
I listen to. I say
mindset.
if there's a song that's not rap, I'll be like, oh, I really like that non-rap song. Does that make sense? Like, rap is almost like a thing that goes sideways with music, where it's like there's so many subgenres that it's like you can't compare it to because it's like comparing regular genres of music. It's like,
Yeah, well, it's especially with what they can consider rap now, man. Because I purposely don't have like the radio in my whip at all. So it's either my playlist or it's the white noise, man. Because like I don't know what they have on the radio these
Yeah.
days. I have no idea.
my
because-
radio was broke for like 2 weeks, and I was like, shit. Do I like music or do I just like hate my own thoughts? Because when you have to drive around with no radio and you're just sitting there, that's a lot to deal with.
I don't know, man, but still, I just the whole direction the industry is moving in, man. It's
So you don't like any trappier shit.
I like some drill shit. I do, but I also like the way when the Russians do their version on the Western beats.
Yeah?
Yeah, they like Smoky Mo did a joint of I forgot who was the original artist, but did a way better version of it. It's a trappy beat. I forgot there were the drill track. I forgot what exactly it's called.
So it's cool. I bet that's cool. Like you said, it's really big over there, Griselda, and you're trying to bring those artists over here. Like you really are on the forefront of this middle culture, this middle ground.
Yeah, I hope so, man. I hope we're gonna bridge that gap real soon, especially when they open up the border and we're gonna tour Europe and starting with Russia, probably.
You said you have you're doing everything. You're gonna tour. You have a movie coming out.
Yeah, we got a comedy coming out.
That's
But
such a
stars
good
Coleman.
idea. That's such. You were telling me
Shout out
this
to
comedy
Stars,
idea, and I got so just like shit. I want to see this being filmed. Like comedy's my life. Like I love that shit. So
Yeah,
what
man.
you're doing a comedy?
Stars is natural at it too, man. That's his dream, man. And he already got like part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5 in his head, man. He got.
What's it gonna be about?
Yeah, natural. It's about I think 2 rappers on the hunt for a career or for to get the girls they want to get or some shit. But throughout the whole movie, they're gonna be going from dealer to dealer, looking for some. It's gonna be called the L Ride. Now I'm gonna be playing one of the dealers apparently, but there's gonna be a lot of guest appearances from Lord Mob.
That's awesome. I think a movie, just like doing a comedy is so different, and it also can show, I don't know, like, it shows how close you guys are, because it's not all like serious, and it shows that you guys can goof around with each other. Because when you can like laugh with someone, you know, like with friends, just goofing around people like that.
Yeah, man. We don't like. We got people on the team who got nothing to prove to anybody. They feel comfortable being just fucking
Just
around
silly,
and
yeah.
having fun, man.
You were telling me
Instead of,
about
having fucking like a persona of a tough guy like, on the TV the whole time, man. Like when he's that. Like one thing that I remember Ma'am Loren one time said, I forgot what show, but he says, "Gangsta smile, man. Like you don't need that screw face. It's the insecure motherfuckers that think they fucking gotta look hard, man. Who are worried about what others think about them, or who walk around like that, man. If you got nothing to worry about, if you know you're good by your own standards, man, man, you're good, man. Why worry about anybody else? Enjoy your life, man."
That's why I love comedy. That's why I'm a comedian, is because like I could take shit serious. I could be a certain way, but I enjoy life being goofy. It's like I know who I am, so I'm gonna be comfortable with that shit. And I love rap. I love talking to you about like all, but it's like at the end of the day, comedy is how my life revolves and how I think about the world. So that's why when you're telling me that shit, it's like it's cool that you guys, especially as a collective, want to do that as a project.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be something else, man. I can't wait because we getting like I don't want to.
Yeah, you don't have to
Throw in
spoil.
no spoilers, man, but we're getting like professional makeup, like up to silicone. Like, I mean, it's gonna be done.
Yeah, you were telling me something about me, fucks. That's gonna be hilarious. It's gonna be so funny. But man, you got the next projects. What are you trying to like? What do you want to promote? Because we're closing out. You have 4 albums coming out, but
the fourth one is a secret. But the one I want to promote is the Banks project with Issa was the only feature on there.
that's gonna be awesome.
Produced by Sound Lord and Me, fucks. Also Hobgoblin is on there. AP is on there. I forgot exactly right now who else is on there. Boogie is on there, of course, on the cuts.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a dope one. She also sings that the videos are dope. It's gonna be a big one. Hopefully she can make it out here too.
I would love to have her on because I listen to her shit a ton too. You were playing me her like Western song.
Yeah. That's from the Trillmatic compilation, man.
I can't wait for that. You got to send that to me or something because I've been thinking about that song.
I got you, man.
And also make sure to, what's your Instagram?
Trillmatic 713.
Yeah, when OG2, when the t-shirts, prints, anything you drop, I'll try to promote it, but everyone check it out. Also make sure to check out Zaza God, your album. When's your album's dropping next Friday?
On the 30th.
On the
The
30th.
latest would be a week after that. That would be the latest.
All right, and thank you for being on the last episode, but thank you very much for coming on, and it's cool doing this because the last time we hung out, it was an experience. We were tripping, so it's a different type of hangout. This is different, but
different vibe, man.
but no, thank you very much for coming on.
Of course, man. Always,
Everyone-
pleasure, man.
Everyone check out his music and everyone check out, his Instagram and follow Bucked Up Podcast. And also, I do want to say, shout out Ani Moosh. Go to by Moosh on Instagram. She had this lovely candle burning the whole time, oat milk and honey. She's the producer on this podcast and she makes great candles and shit.
fire.
It does, yeah, because we've been smoking up this room for like 3-4 hours now.
Follow Zaza God _Lord Ball.
Yeah, shout. You can speak into your microphone.
Follow Zaza God. Part of me, Zaza _Lord Ball on Instagram.
Yeah, and make sure to listen to the Lord Mob compilation tape because
Also,
that shit.
lord.mob.com, the Lord
I
Mob.
got a question though.
Yeah,
Say it.
yeah.
Are you bucked up?
I'm bucked up. I ate that edible and I felt it like 15 minutes ago kick in. You were quiet as shit over there. You were so talkative right here. You were turning into him over there, just quiet and mysterious. Exactly. No, but yeah, I am bucked up, and I hope you guys are too.
Yeah,
We definitely hotboxed my producers in here too. Well, you're smoking your bong. I saw it. But thanks everyone for listening, and we'll see you next time.
For sure. Peace.